So, but basically for me, gameplay is the most important thing, but if other aspects of the game are done well enough, they can surpass the bad gameplay. That's kind of how I think of that. Like, so let's take a look. Cave Story is mostly gameplay. Its writing is pretty bad. Its story is fun. I like the story. It's not like a deep or particularly meaningful story, but it's fun and it's got a lot of charm. It's really charming. So I like the story there. Total Annihilation, entirely gameplay, story is garbage, whatever. Final Fantasy VI, bad gameplay, good story. Great music. Portal is kind of both, right? You've got a really enjoyable gameplay, you've got a nice little story with great narration and writing, and they just mesh together for a really good experience. Undertale, likewise, has good gameplay and great narrative and story and characters. Like, the gameplay in Undertale isn't amazing, but it's good, it's enjoyable, it's an engaging experience. Master of Orion, entirely gameplay, entirely gameplay, entirely gameplay, entirely gameplay. I don't know, the deep lore of Minecraft, what do you think, Notch? But gameplay, but that's also complicated, right? Like, a lot of what I love about Minecraft was not gameplay per se, but it wasn't story either, right? You got other aspects. What I loved most about Minecraft was the sense of exploration. Like, I just loved going to a new area and seeing, this place is awesome, look at this place, this is cool. Diving in, like, exploring these caverns, especially when I was new at the game, and like, then ka-thunk, like, next to my ear, skeleton shot at me, that's terrifying. Or like, you're, like, in this little waterway, like, kind of figuring out where to go, it's dark, trying to find a place to put a torch, and suddenly a creeper falls down in front of your face, it's like, oh god, you panic, and it's terrifying. You got those nice reactions there. But, like, I don't necessarily care that much about building a lot of stuff, or the crafting and stuff like that. That's not that important to me. So it's complicated there. Antichamber, gameplay, complicated, but gameplay. Both. So we were talking about games that live up well today or don't live up well today. Star Control 2 is one that I would say does live up well today. I didn't have any old nostalgia bias there. That was first played 2010. 6 years ago now, that's crazy. But that was a really fun experience. It's just this kind of big kind of universe that you kind of gradually, it kind of grows bigger as time goes on, effectively, because you kind of discover more people, meet new alien races and stuff, and this kind of story unfolds over time. You start out just by kind of like building yourself up a little bit, mining some resources, and by the time that kind of gets boring, you don't really need to do it anymore. So that's really good, and you're just kind of encountering all these cool alien races that have some interesting backstories and writing going on, and yeah, that was a really cool one that lived up well today. But gameplay. So, I mean, some people like the writing and stuff in FTL. It's fine. I'm very indifferent to the kind of story elements of FTL. It's pretty much all gameplay as far as what I care about. Necrodancer gameplay. Shovel Knight, now that's interesting. You would expect me to just say gameplay on Shovel Knight, right? But the story's actually pretty strong in Shovel Knight. Like, I like the story in Shovel Knight. It's basic, but it's actually really well executed and makes me really care about the characters by the end of the game. So if we talk about games that have like made me tear up and stuff, Shovel Knight's actually one of them. I know that's probably gonna make some people like roll their eyes and stuff, but like I was actually like hit my heart a little bit at the end of Shovel Knight. That was interesting. Like, that was surprising. Like, cause it's just kind of feels like this kind of throwaway story for have some bad guys, a bunch of villains, but led by some other villain, and that's the whole thing. But you kind of have this nice little backstory where like Shovel Knight and Shield Knight were companions, and like one wasn't like better than the other or anything. They worked together. They were a team, and then by the end you're like you actually have to work together, and that's like brought in mechanically to combine with the narrative, and just really well executed. Gameplay, both. I have no idea how well Betrayal at Krondor lives up. Yeah, I'm just quoting myself. No idea how well that stands up today, but it was really cool. I would say definitely both, probably leaning more towards story as far as importance goes. So Betrayal at Krondor was actually like the story of this game was written by like an actual established fantasy author, Raymond Feist, set in his kind of magician world. I ended up actually reading some of those books because of this game later on, but it's a pretty cool little kind of political intrigue story that has a lot of neat little things going on. Gameplay certainly has some problems, but has some tough decisions and little puzzles and cool stuff to explore. It's not like an open world game, but a fairly open-ended game. You can do a lot of exploring and kind of do a lot of stuff at your own pace and kind of then advance the plot and stuff. It's a cool little game. It's got like old 3D to some extent. Like you've got like moving around the map is this kind of bad pseudo 3D that might be kind of tedious today. You don't have to deal with that like in combat and stuff. That goes to kind of a grid-based system and stuff, but yeah, music is super important in a lot of my top experiences, Bob. Absolutely. Like, as much as I love Undertale with, like, no music, good god. Music is so important. I would still probably like it, but, man, like... there's some songs from Undertale I won't play on stream because they'll, like, just make me tear up. Like, they're powerful songs. So Pharaoh Thayer, I thought Portal 2 was definitely worse than Portal 1. We can go down to that real quick. To be clear, I think Portal 2 is a fantastic, great game. Like, 8.5 is a very high rating from me. But I thought Portal 2 kind of dragged at parts. It was easier. I missed kind of some of the dexterity-based challenges that Portal 1 had, that Portal 2 got rid of. Some of the puzzles kind of felt sterilized, is kind of the word I want to use there, I think. Where it was kind of just a matter of, like, find the spot on the wall you can put a portal, rather than doing anything interesting puzzle-solving-wise. But, that said, it was still fantastic. It was still a great game. I just thought it was worse than Portal 1. Yeah, that's kind of how it is for me, Bob. Like, I definitely preference the gameplay, but it's nice to kind of go over these examples of some of my top ones, like where the important influences of what I liked about those games were.